What are your guys' impressions of having the World Cup here? It can be good things or bad things that it will bring, but I'm really curious what you think about it, because someone was explaining to me, an interviewer, that's kind of like a legacy. It's a very important thing for Brazil and Cuiaba, because projects like what you were talking about in other classes have started now that it would have taken 100 years to even get this far. Which is not saying that it's going to be finished in time, but I'm curious what you're thinking the World Cup will be like as you guys live here. You know, what will it be like in terms of traffic, in terms of tourism, and maybe in terms of violence, in terms of whatever your impressions are.
I do, okay. Or do you want to?
We like his voice. Right? We like listening to his voice.
Okay, I'm gonna start with an example. South Africa, World Cup in 2010. South Africa has a brand that resembles a lot Brazilian one. And what is happening now is that they don't use everything they did for the World Cup. So like they invest a lot of money making stadiums.
Yeah, a lot like Brazil, a number of them, right?
Yeah, because they didn't have any of them, and they spent a lot of money on that, and the field is abandoned now. They don't use it. You know, it's like an abandoned building. They don't use it for anything. It was waste money because the World Cup itself cannot pay for all this investment made. It should be something that continues after that.
They stadiums.
So I don't think it's going to happen exactly the same way in Brazil. You know, we may be able to continue using, since soccer is so important here. It moves a lot of money.
Yeah.
So we may be able to continue using these things. But the World Cup was totally messed up here. It was not organized, and when things are messed up, it's easy to change and steal and, you know, put things in other places and change the other.
Not regulated.
Deviate everything.
Money like a fish.
Yeah, it's really hard to keep everything in touch and in touch with everything. We cannot. No, we cannot check if they're doing things the right way, and that's biggest problem in Brazil.
So
World Cup.
we have some corruption issues.
Another problem we have is the government will pay all these stadiums, but the
Lucro, the profit.
the profit.
No say.
Profit.
Profit.
But the profit will go to FIFA and not.
I heard about that. That FIFA's making a lot of money off of this.
And after this, stadiums on Amazonas, for example, will not use it anymore. We don't have football teams there.
In Mato Grosso, the ones that will be used are the ones in São Paulo.
But the public will go the football here in Cuiaba is like 10,000, 20.
The crowds that will attend. And the stadium is 60 or 70,000.
Just the public don't pay
the rent, the cost.
The cost. Então, it's complicated.
It sounds really complicated.
Yes.
There has to be some good things, or like very little.
There are good things.
Or yeah, or bad things. But I'm just curious because I agree more with you guys that it might bring more problems. But
yes, more problems.
It's like the World Cup. Some small people will be able to rise up. Like
Make a lot of money.
Yeah, like some small commerce things around town. They will be able to sell a lot during this time, and maybe that will make them bigger in the future. But I don't think if you put it in a balance,
Yes.
I don't think it's enough to just fight the World Cup when they have so many problems in Brazil. Like, they say we don't have money to invest in education. They say we already invest a lot of money in health, and we cannot
But the
take
World Cup,
money out of anywhere to put there, but they find money
Right.
to
For the
prepare
sports.
the World Cup, like billions of
Priorities.
yeah,
yes,
priorities.
Priorities. How about you guys? Do you have
do a lot, já.
any ideas? It's a great thing. Are you really happy about the World Cup?
Hi.
Are you happy to have the World Cup in your city?
Happy? Yes.
You're happy? So are you going to go to a game?
No. Because don't have qualquer as seleções que vão vir aqui não me interessaram.
The teams that are coming. You don't like Japan?
So you go.
No, I don't have money. The ticket's too expensive.
It's really expensive. I don't think I'm going to go.
Never have this eu acho antes ser na nossa cidade do que ser no qualquer do Mato Grosso do Sul. Eu já tô feliz.
You would be happier if it was in Mato Grosso do Sul?
Oi? No. I'm
Is it
happy because it's here.
You prefer it happen here with when in another.
Yeah. Because it's what?
Because they invested in here, but they have a lot of. Não quer, mas ainda tem muita confusão aqui ainda.
There's a lot of confusion.
Então, no começo pareceu bom. Eles vão investir aqui. Não tô falando inglês. But the consequences is, I hope, will be better, but at the moment, they aren't.
It's hard to say.
One thing I like to say is like, you know why it's called the field's called the arena? Arena,
Skating.
Pantanal, arena, Amazonas, arena, whatever.
For skating.
No, arena was the place in Rome, in the Colosseum where gladiators would fight.
Uh-huh.
And that was the version of the book. The version, really, because it's like, I don't know if you say like that in English, but bread in circles.
Yes,
So like,
What is bread in
people-
circles?
People have food and they have fun.
Yes.
So they're happy and they won't complain about anything else.
Yes.
So like, you give money for them to
Distraction.
buy food.
Bolsa familiar.
Yeah, and
Check.
you give them football games and TV programs to make them happy.
I'm
They're
moving
happy with that. And that's enough for them
To not question
to not question anything.
things. Wow.
That's how I see it.
Well, I have a question for you. Thank you for sharing. I kind of agree with you. I agree. I know, Kelly, you said you were going to volunteer for the World Cup. What are you going to do? Curious.
I don't know yet. So all I can say, inscrição.
I signed up.
Yes, I signed up last month,
Great.
and I did. I studied in the computer. Just and in the last of April, they will choose who will be the volunteers. Understand? And they will say us what we will do. So we didn't
Você
know.
vai receber algum dinheiro por isso?
No,
Voluntário,
volunteer, no.
voluntário mesmo.
Volunteer.
Yes.
You don't like being a volunteer, you read that paper about volunteers.
Yes.
I remember. I volunteered before.
Well, I volunteered to internship actually. I
Yeah.
had subscribed signed up for an internship, to broadcast the World Cup, and they would pay some money for it.
Are you gonna do it?
I would. They called me, but like I went to an interview and I talked to them, and they said, I asked them like, what will I be doing? And they said something like, holding cables and pushing buttons. So no, I'm not gonna do that. I want to do something fun.
Yeah, interactive. Totally.
But you're gonna be able to talk with people and I can talk with people anywhere. I can find them in the streets and talk. It's like that.
They would have had you in a corner,
Yeah.
like in a closet.
They needed someone to carry the weight, so it's more like that.
In this program, they said we can receive the people in the stadium,
Yeah, in the stadium.
or we will stay in the point of the bus. I don't know.
Bus stop.
Bus stop.
Bus stop.
Yes, to talk them, help where they want to go. So we will say, get that bus. Understand?
Give directions.
Yes.
Yeah.
And other places here in shopping mall here in Cuiaba to help with directions. It's that work.
Wow, and people are gonna need help.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, one thing is that people who are gonna come here do not speak Portuguese, and the people
Cuiabana, tá tudo a ver.
Cuiabanos don't speak a lot of English.
No, they
So-
can hardly speak Portuguese.
Right. So
Exatamente.
you get these two things. People like yourself who do speak English are gonna help, like thousands of people, because people are gonna be here, and I think it's easy to get lost
Yeah.
when you don't speak the language. You're not comfortable with the culture.
The city.
Is class over?
I really do.
You can go. We're almost done.
Sorry.
I'll send homework and stuff.
Okay.
Fun.
Oh. I do remember you told us to bring a text.
I did.
And I brought a book.
You brought a
I was
book.
thinking if someone wants to read.
I want
It's a really old one.
to try.
Yeah. It's old, so some words are spelled different, but it's so you take care when reading. But it's really interesting
I
to
will
see
try.
the differences. Okay.
That's so cool. Thanks for bringing it. We didn't even get to talk about news today. I'm sorry. Bring news next week. Next Wednesday. Read some news in English, and we're going to talk about news. I really wanted to interview you for this topic.
Okay.
Any topic?
Any topic on Brazil, international. I'm going to let you all go.
É sobre o que é a história
Shaking
do
hands.
Okay, sorry. See ya.
Yeah. I
Bye.
Tell Clovis I still want to meet him.